wild rice, manomen, the good berry, the food that grows on water, was a huge staple in our household, and I would say in every Ojibwe person's household. We would make it savory, we would also make it sweet. So like for the sweet, we would kind of do this thing called like Ojibwe cereal. It's blueberries, maple syrup, and it's basically like cereal, and you just eat it like that. Otherwise, you can also make manomen soup, which is like chicken wild rice soup. You can make it creamy, you can make it soup-based. I've also had it as like a stir fry, just to experiment on my own, and I really loved that.
The food that I find important to me is caribou, beluga, seal, and char. Caribou is, we usually eat the meat, the eyes, and the brain. Beluga or narwhal, we call it mukta, which is cut up narwhal.
This is mukta.
We cut the blubber off. We use it as a condiment for other meats. Walrus, we usually eat the meat and intestines. I tried it. It's really chewy. And we usually eat our meat raw, frozen, roasted, dried. And no, people don't get sick.
The most important cultural food that I would have to say is moose nose. There's a huge process with it, and it's a symbol of how Indigenous people lived for centuries. My mukashi, my grandma, she would make a huge pot, and everyone will just dig in and we'll all share that special meal.
Wild rice is actually going to be one of the first like traditional foods to go as the climate changes and we like spin down into climate crisis, which is very sad because like it is so integral to Ojibwe people's culture, and once we lose that, there's not any amount of money that's going to be able to get that back for us. This past summer, a pipeline was completed through a whole bunch of Ojibwe treaty territories in northern Minnesota, but they're putting it through very pristine wild rice beds. That's why there were thousands of people here in northern Minnesota protesting the pipeline line 3.
I'm from Rankin Inlet, and we've been traveling on ice every winter for thousands of years. The Baffinland iron mine that's on Baffin Island actually has been causing a little bit of conflict with the communities around there. Hunters have been noticing that the ice has been going a little bit thinner. If the ice melts or breaks, there won't be a lot of hunting or food provided for families here in the community. Baffinland actually recently hadn't consulted with communities in that area for phase 2 of the iron mine. And I feel like that's really disrespectful, to be honest.
Bannock is like probably the most like widespread thing about Indigenous food. When colonizers came with us with their ingredients, I feel like we just took what they gave us and made it our own. I really want to abolish that notion that it was never ours, because sure, it might have not been, but it's a part of who we are now, and it's something we've taken back as Indigenous people. It's a huge example of how resilient and strong we are. I would tell non-Indigenous people that you're welcome at the feast anytime. We're here with open arms. Come have a bowl of moose nose and a piece of bannock, some berries. Don't be afraid. Our food is made with so much love and gratitude and poise. And we would be so selfish to not share that with the world.